Hey, what's up guys? I'm Mr. Chris with Infotainment.com. Today I'm in a 2022 to 2024 Ford Maverick, and as you can see I have in my hands the non-sync Bluetooth only 8-inch radio. This was the original radio that was in this vehicle. As you can see, we have the Sync 4 12-inch screen in here. We also offer this upgrade in an 8-inch. If you want to see how I did this, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, Sync 4 upgrade, you're going to want to watch this video. I'm going to show you how to do it. Alright, so where you want to start when you're going from the base audio system up to Sync 4, either 8 or 12, is right up top here, right behind your original screen. You have a little panel that pops up, it's just held in with some retaining clips. Oop, there we go. And when you pop that up, you're going to expose 3 7mm screws. It does help to have a little angle to get back here. You're going to want to pull all 3 of these out. Once you have those removed, this whole screen just pops straight out. It's just held in with some clips. We'll go ahead and unplug this screen since we are going to the 12-inch. If you are not going to do the 12-inch, you will be reusing your original screen and your original cable. All right, from here, we're going to go ahead and pull our audio controls right out of here. It's just held in with some clips. And I'm just going to check if I have a screw in here. It'd be a 7mm screw, a black screw. If there's no screw in there, you do not have to worry about this. We can go ahead and kind of set this back into place. We're just double checking to make sure that there's no screw holding on our AC vents and our climate control bezel. But since we don't have that, I'm gonna go ahead and use that same panel tool. I'm gonna go up in the top edge here and work my way right onto the side of it. This panel pops out pretty easily, just a bunch of retaining clips. Here you can see that little U shape, that's where a screw usually would be if you had one. Then from the back side, we'll go ahead and unplug our connectors. Just like that. All right, now we've exposed our ACM. This is gonna need to be swapped out with the one that we included with your kit. Let's go ahead and unplug all of our connections. Once you have that removed on either side, you have a wire clip here. You can pop that free. And as you can see on this harness here, this customer did do an audio upgrade, so yours probably won't look like this, but that's completely normal. But once you have the wires pushed up out of the way, you can see the 4 7mm screws that are holding this in. So let's go ahead and pull those out. And then we can pull straight back on our ACM, get this out of there. And we won't be using this anymore. All right, so now we are at the point where you'll see if you need to use that included little gold snap nut that we included. As you can see on the sides where your ACM was actually attached to, it's the same little gold insert that we're gonna check way straight ahead back here if you have one in there. If you don't have a gold insert in there, you're gonna grab the one that we included with your kit and you're just gonna snap that into place. It just pushes right in. It'll lock itself in place, and that way you can attach the 8-pin mount that we included with your kit also. So once you snap that in, we can move forward with the wiring portion, and then we'll go ahead and install our 8-pin. All right, so I went ahead and grabbed the harnesses that are included with the upgrade. If you are doing the 8-inch Sync 4 upgrade, you will be utilizing your original screen, like I mentioned earlier, so you won't have this harness here. You will just utilize the original cable that goes up to your screen. But since we are doing the 12-inch upgrade, I am going to use this cable that's included with that, as well as on our main harness here, you have a small 4-pin connector. If you have the Sync 4 8-inch upgrade, you're not going to use this. You can just tuck this aside, zip tie it out of the way. But again, this is the 12-inch, so we're going to have to run both of these connectors up to the screen cavity. So let's go ahead and do that now. And we pulled this out earlier, so that'll make life a little easier for us. We can just kind of run this up through here. Just like that, and you kind of want these to just live up here. So I'm gonna go ahead and twist this around here so it doesn't come falling back down on me. Let that sit up there. Now the harness down here, you'll have one end that'll plug into your existing ACM connector. The other end will spit out 2 connectors. This is for your new ACM, as well as a connector for the A-pin that we included. So here's the A-pin and the bracket. And basically the idea is once you have this all connected, all the wires plugged in, you're gonna go into the ACM cavity. This is actually gonna sit behind your AC vent, so you're not really gonna see what I'm doing. But that gold clip that is behind your dash or way forward ahead in that cavity back there, that's gonna line up to this hole right here. So you're basically gonna wanna hook this. There's 2 openings back there. This will just kind of hook back in place and sit there, and you're gonna wanna align that bracket or this gold clip up with the bracket, that hole on the top. This down here is just an alignment pin, but once it's lined up, you're gonna stick 1 screw through there, which we also included with the kit, and you'll be good to go. So I wanted to explain that just because you're not gonna be able to see once I get all in there and start to plug things in. It's gonna get pretty tight. And you're gonna wanna use the new connector because it does have additional wires on there. So if you're looking and you have 2, the factory, the non-factory, the difference is that set of wires. All right, so let's plug that in. We're gonna grab the USB connection that was previously on our original ACM. That now goes into the A-pin. The blue antenna line that was also on the original ACM will go onto the A-pin as well. All right, now that we got that kind of worked out there, let's set this in here. Run these between our vents. Once you have it in place, you can see our hole is lined up in there. It's kind of deep, so what I'm going to do is grab my 7mm, which is already kind of long, and an extension. All right, we got that in there. You can see that leaves us plenty of room for our new ACM. All right, now that we got everything kind of tied up in here, what I went ahead and did is kind of pushed the harnesses that are running upwards to the side, close to where the A-pin mounts, these 2 little screw holes on both sides. There's nothing right on the inside right here. So there's some space here. So basically where that mounts, you're gonna have harnesses running on the side because this kind of takes up that whole space. Once you make room for it, you should be able to slide this back in. You're gonna have to work your harnesses around the brackets on the side there. But just like that, if you did it right, it'll slide right in. If one of the wires are hanging up, you'll know right away because you won't be able to sit this in place. But now we'll go ahead and put the 4 7mm back in. And we can simply just plug in the remaining connectors and we'll move up towards the screen to finish that up there. All right, now we got the bottom all buttoned up. I'm gonna go ahead and push our audio controls back into place. Let's unravel our new connectors here. Kind of tuck this one out of the way. We don't need that anymore. And I will grab our 12-inch. You can see it's pretty different from the original one. Just wait till this thing powers up. It's gonna be a kind of a game changer for you. And this will snap into place just like the original one did. And we can go ahead and reinstall the 3 7mm screws that went in the back. All right, once you have those tightened down, you can go ahead and reinstall that trim panel. All right, and that's pretty much it. All right, so that pretty much wraps up the install. As you can see, it's quite an impressive screen once you have it all in here. Like I said, it's an even simpler process if you just want to do the 8-inch, keeping the original screen, and go to Sync 4 so you get that wireless capability. But let's go ahead and turn this on and see what it looks like. All right, as you can see, it's a massive screen. You have that built-in navigation. This is the Sync 4 all new user interface. Everything's kind of been improved with this generation of Sync. And the best part is the reverse screen. You get that full size reverse image, and you also get your wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay capabilities. Let me go ahead and pair my phone and show you what that looks like. All right, so I wirelessly connected my phone to the vehicle. You can see we got CarPlay showing up here. And there you go. You can see just how impressive the screen size that you're working with here is. Massive game changer if you're coming from the 8-inch. Right back to the built-in nav, which is also much improved. So you don't have to use your built-in CarPlay or Android Auto navigation. You can rely on the vehicle's built-in navigation. All right, so as you can see, I paired my Android Auto phone to the screen as well. It's such an impressive display, not just the size, but the high quality image, the HD resolution on the screen is very impressive. It's one of those upgrades that will actually increase the value of your vehicle. So if you like this upgrade and you want to see more just like it, be sure to check out our website at infotainment.com and stop by our YouTube channel at Infotainment for more cool instructional videos and upgrades that we have to offer.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed that upgrade just as much as we enjoyed developing it. We were here established in 2008, and we've been helping over 100,000 customers do upgrades to their vehicle. So we carry this upgrade and so much more on our website, infotainment.com. We service what we sell. We have a whole staff that services parts all day long. We also have in-house advisors that can advise you and help you from start to finish. We also have a compatibility guarantee. As I mentioned in the video, we will get your 17-digit VIN number to ensure that everything is programmed to the modules for a seamless installation in your exact vehicle. We also have extended warranties for those of you who would like to take advantage of that. Those of you who pulled out your old gear and you don't want it just to sit in your garage forever, we actually offer trade-in value to your old gear. So be sure to go to our website for more information on that. Last but not least, if you have a request for your vehicle, you want a factory OEM upgrade for your vehicle and you don't see it on our website, we have a product request form that our research and development department looks at every single day. So request that product and we'll get back with you with a possible solution. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and have a great day.